Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Last week on the channel, we went over Allure's best of 2023 skincare products with, let's say mixed feedback on how we all felt about those. But in today's video, we are going over Stylevana's award winners for Korean skincare of 2023. We have 7 products to talk about in today's video. Timestamps and links are in the description box below, and these 7 products are all part of a Vanabox. I am always talking about how good Stylevana is at curating every set they put out, and do you really think they wouldn't do this? Do you think they wouldn't do an award-winning Vanabox? Of course they would. Stylevana was kind enough to send this over, and I am very familiar with 6 of the 7 products in this box. There's only one that was new to me. And if you are interested, I will link the full set below, but they also included a tote bag. Such a nice touch. I'm so down for Stylevana merch. A few details on the box. It is available as of today and includes all of the products we're going to talk about in today's video. It is $53.99, but you can also stack my affiliate discount code with it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the products in this box. Shall we start with cleansers? Let's start with cleansers. Stylevana's award-winning cleanser is the Heimish All Clean Balm. And I gotta say, this is incredibly up my alley. I feel like Heimish got everything right about this. First of all, the packaging is super cute and it's practical. I've showed this a lot in the past, but it comes with a scoop in the lid and you just lift this part out and you get into your cleansing balm. It does have a scent to it, which I know won't be for everyone, but I do feel like I've had this same conversation with a lot of you, wherein we say, you know, a fragrance in leave-on products, it can get into iffy territory, but for a lot of us, as long as it's in a wash-off product, our skin seems to get along with it. As a category, cleansing balms are used to remove sunscreen as well as makeup, but as a person who does indeed wear makeup, sometimes a little bit more than other times, I can tell you that some cleansing balms are a lot more effective at removing makeup than others. Others feel like they only tested it on sunscreen. And Heimish, who also makes makeup products, nailed it. They got it down. They made an amazing cleansing balm that removes makeup. It emulsifies beautifully. The experience and the effectiveness of this are both top-notch. So this is a big agree for me as somebody who wears both sunscreen and makeup. I absolutely love this cleansing balm. By the way, this is supposed to be my spooky makeup. It's a little sad. I know. I get so excited for Halloween every year, and then when it actually comes, I realize, oh wait, I don't actually love the really scary parts of Halloween. I like the fun parts. See, it's Cthulhu. You see, it's Cthulhu. I watched the movie Hostel once, 15 years ago, and I don't think I've recovered from watching that movie. Hocus Pocus is way more up to my speed. I will watch that before Halloween ends. Moving on to more skincare products. So we'll talk about the toner included here. This is one I'm very familiar with and have finished quite a few bottles of this as well. It is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. There are 2 versions of this. One contains fragrance and one doesn't, and the one in this box, the award winner per Stylevana, is the fragrance-free version. It is also an alcohol-free toner, and it includes fermented rice ingredients as well as hyaluronic acid. If you saw my recent speed reviews, I talked about a very watery toner. This one has a little bit more viscosity to it. It's a little bit thicker in the way that it feels on your skin, which I feel translates into being a little more hydrating. Again, I do really like this. I don't know if I would put it in my personal holy grails, and that's simply because, again, what I think this targets is hydration as well as antioxidant benefits from the plant extracts in the formula. Personally, I tend to need a little more calming and soothing ingredients. I think it's funny, sometimes people hear that I have dry skin and assume that I have dehydrated skin, but that's actually a skin type and a skin concern respectively, and you can change or treat skin concerns. Which brings us to Stylevana's next award winner, the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Ampoule. This one is one of my favorites because this is a very calming and soothing ampoule. Ampoules are an interesting category. In a lot of ways, they're very similar to a serum, but there also seem to be a lot of ampoules that are a little bit more of a toner. This to me is kind of in between a toner and a serum, and you can get an idea of that just by how gigantic the bottle itself is. This is 3.38 fluid ounces of 100% Centella Asiatica extract, which is why there's other ingredients in it. Because plant extracts are never just the plant. This is another one of those products where I feel the brand got everything right with this. The packaging is beautiful. They even thought about the dropper, which has this angle at the end so it doesn't just drip the product out. I've talked to a few people who have said they don't understand what this product does. So as somebody who loves this product, let me gladly explain. This is a product that even when my skin is going through it, when, I had some kind of reaction from a product and my skin is grumpy and it starts stinging when I apply my usual products, I can still apply this product. And there's a lot of value in that for me personally because there's so many other products that I just have to set aside. They just hurt my skin. A good example is the Cocoakine Barrier Serum. I love that usually, but if my skin is damaged, ironically with the name of that product, I cannot use that serum. It stings. But I can always pull this product out. My other tip is to use a lot of this product. Don't use it as you would a serum, use it as you would a toner. Sometimes I will load up this dropper and just use 2 entire full droppers all over my face. Not every day, but when my skin is stressed, that's where I see the results. And I think this makes sense because, again, if we look at Centella Asiatica extract, we know that it has certain components to it that are very beneficial for repair, right? Madagascar, asiatic acid, etc. Those ingredients are contained in the extract, and sometimes companies isolate those ingredients and add them in separately, so you get a little bit more of a standardized formula, but this is just 100% of the extract, so use a lot of it. So yes, absolutely love that ampoule. Are we going in order of application? Loosely in today's video since we have a sunscreen and a night cream. Let's do this one next. This is the IUNIK Centella Calming Gel Cream. And while it's an award winner, I will immediately tell you, I think this is for oily skin types. As somebody with a drier skin type, this is never going to be a moisturizer texture that works for me, so to speak. It's never going to give me enough moisture. Nonetheless, I like the idea of it. 72% Centella Asiatica leaf water, 10% tea tree leaf water, again, much more diluted than the essential oil. One thing about IUNIK is they do like to include just a small sprinkling of essential oils, including one that I sometimes react to. So know about that, but I can still see this being a product a lot of people like. In fact, I re-reviewed IUNIK recently, and a lot of you said you do like this product. So feel free to comment your thoughts on it. I just won't be able to ever give you a very in-depth review on this particular product. The next product is one where I wholeheartedly agree. This is one of my favorites in category. It is Isntree's Hyaluronic Sun Stick. I love this one. It is my absolute favorite sun stick. It glides so nicely over makeup, and that's the way I like to use a sun stick. I feel like I should take a moment to explain how I use them. So I always put on sunscreen before I do my makeup, but I'm not often out and about in the middle of the day. But when I'm going home or if I'm going to the grocery store in the evening, that's when I like to just touch up my sunscreen with a sun stick in a very convenient way that I find does not disturb my makeup. I also love the design Isntree has. It makes it really nice to get into around your nose, around your eyes. This is fragrance and alcohol free. It is made with the next generation of chemical filters. I do feel like I have to say that now that we're talking about an Isntree sunscreen. A little funny because I didn't think I had to say that in the past. US government, please catch up. Stylevana's next award-winning pick is another one where I wholeheartedly agree, and I think a lot of you do too. The Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum with ginseng and retinol. Now, I've talked a lot about this, so I'm not going to go off too much today. If you want to see a more recent, long explanation of this, see my K-Beauty Serums video. It is so good, and again, what I love so much about this is that it makes retinaldehyde this superior retinoid option available to people. We've had retinaldehyde in the West, but in products that were over $100. This is somewhere between $10 and $20, depending on where you're shopping and when. Now, I do want to add, because I get this question a lot, in my clips you'll see that I'm only applying this to my eye area. Yes, it's called an eye serum, but one thing Beauty of Joseon does stress is that you can use this all over your face. The reason I don't is because I do use adapalene. Now, I cannot use adapalene in my eye area. Ooh, the thought of that sounds painful. But I find that I can use retinol or retinol. I guess I will say I have seen some eye doctors express concern around retinoids around your eye area. It seems to be a little bit up for debate at this moment, so you may want to buy the eye serum just to use it all over your face. It's another one of those topics where doctors don't necessarily agree, and so it kind of leaves us all to form our own opinions. I don't love that. I also don't love the phrase form your own opinions because it's gotten strange lately. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. But for me, I like this. I find that I am able to use this on my eye area, and I again love the accessibility here. And our final Vana award winner is one that I've got to say this really, really surprised me. This is the Abib Rice Probiotics Overnight Mask. When I first opened this, I did not think that I was going to love this texture. It looks like a gel. And I've already talked about how I feel about gels, just not the right match for my dry skin. I need the word cream. But looks can be deceiving. In fact, if I really think about it, Vaseline kind of looks like a gel, right? Not necessarily, kind of. We'll go with kind of. And that's a little bit more of how this actually feels to me. So as a night mask, what you do is you apply this as the very last step in your skincare routine, and it gives you this beautiful occlusive layer to really lock in your entire PM skincare routine. And it turns out I actually really like this. It also has a really simple ingredients list, which again works great for me and other sensitive skin types. It does have postbiotic ingredients, non-living bacteria in a skincare product. So I guess the name kind of is my one minor critique for Abib, but keep in mind, you still get benefits from the breakdown of that bacteria. No fragrance, no alcohol, easy to work in your routine, and I actually think this might be one of very few products where I think both dry and oily skin types could appreciate this. And my friends, that's it for today's video. As always, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the Stylevana award winners? As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.